Hello my friends, I have for you today this album journal that I create with the June limited edition kit. And let me show you, I'm going to first show you the project so you can see all the details, and later I'm going to show you how I made it. I put this bow here to close the album journal. But let me show you the cover. I use some of the elements of the kit, the chipboards, the ephemera, and I also add some textures with glass beads. Okay, once it's open, this is where you find the notebook and this part here that has this lovely sentiment that I love in Spanish that comes in the ephemera. Behind this butterfly is the magnet that closes this, and here I made the waterfall here, the waterfall, using the cards that comes in the kit from the same collection, and I just love that it fits perfect here. I made a bow here, okay, to close this part of that I make some flip-flops. Here is from the ephemera, and the other part is a card that I embellish the cover of this part here. You will mix the different papers. You can place photos, whatever you want. This is a 3x4 photo, and you have to put here like 8 photos. I think it fits here in this part. So once it's closed, I will make the bow again. And I love the colors of this collection. They are so soft. And once you close this part here, it will stay, you see I cover everything, the sides too. It will look like that. This is the spine and the cover of the notebook. I don't put any embellishment here because I don't want to make it too bulky, but you can do it if you like. Here I made a pocket, put a lace, and make this card that you can place photo or journaling, whatever you like there. I make this like a pocket. I'm here and put a tag. This pocket I made it with the same cards that comes in the kit. Here I put a doily, and you can place a photo. I also add vellum to place photos, and here I make this with the embellishments, different embellishment. I think this is from the ephemera, and also here you can place another photo if you like, or journaling. Here I use the cards. I made this envelope with cardstock and put these 2 cards inside that you can place more photos or journaling, and put it here and close with the clips that I put a bow. Here the back of I use the back of the envelope to put these tags on the back, and you can here is to write. I love that this notebook comes with this divider, these plastic dividers, and has the same color of the collection. Here I made another pocket. I think it is from one of the paper of the collections, and I use a border punch to create a border. Here is another card that I made a pocket and place inside another tag. The tag is with one of the Dress My Craft dies. Here I made another envelope, as you see, and made, this is more of the cards from the collections, and I'm closer with the jute. And here more to write. Here is another from one of the paper, and I make this pocket and cover the back with a white cardstock that I use the border puncher from Martha Stewart, I think it is. This is from the papers. Look, another balloon with the doily, and another pocket with the same paper, and I use the same technique, cover the back of the pockets with a white cardstock and the border punch. Here another of the dividers and another doily. This is another a mini envelope that I made with the same pattern paper and put this tag from one of the papers. And you can place also photos. And let me show you. Here is another of the cards, and I make another pocket. No, this is from the paper. And this is the back. Well, as you see, this is basically the tutorial for today, and I'm going to start now. I hope that if you like this, please bring me a thumbs up and stay with me. Let's get started with the tutorial. I'm going to show you. You can see how it looks from the sides. You see, it's a little bulky because you have the notebook. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, this is the notebook that I'm going to use. That it has the spiral white ruled notebook. I think it is, and I'm not sure when I bought this. I don't know. It's from $3 or $4. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to use the part that you see. This part it will be my pattern. I will show you soon. Now I already cut to make the cover 2 pieces of 5.5 by 6 inch, and for the spine 1.5 by 6 inch. I'm going to let it here 5.5 by 6, and the spine 1.5. Okay, now to cover this I'm going to use cardstock, the regular cardstock, the 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to attach these 2 pieces by one of the side with tape, as you see here, to attach later the chipboard. I'm going to use the same mat to align these. Let me follow all the grid, and it's easier with the mat. Okay, it is ready. I'm using now the bone folder, and I'm going now to attach all these pieces here, as you see. But first let me put the tape and cover all the pieces with tape. Once I have all these pieces ready, I'm going to take my ruler, and the easier way for me is in this way. I'm just mark 1 inch to one side and on the bottom, and it helps me to align all the pieces properly or correct. Now I'm going to attach this. I will show you how I prefer that. For me it's easier to see. I follow the lines and put the first chipboard piece here, and now I will take another piece of chipboard, not this one, this is the spine, another piece from here to make, I need the white of the chipboard. I need the distance between each of these pieces that I'm going to attach. That is like a 1/8 inch. And now I'm going to attach the third piece, and we are ready. It is aligned. Okay, I can continue now, and I'm going to use my ruler to trace 1 inch to the rest of the pieces in these sides and in the top. I'm going to do it later. Now I'm going to cut the rest of the paper, and now on the top I'm going to do the same. Okay, I am trimming the excess of 1 inch. Now I'm going to cut all the corners in this way, but I'm going to let in each tip like 1/8 inch in this corner, 1/8 inch, and in this way the same. Now I'm going to try to fold all these lines with the same. I fold the pieces, and in the edges I'm going to do it in this way. That is easier to soft a little the paper, and these scores will be more soft in this way. Now with the bone folder, I am carefully folding each corner in this way. I will do the same in the 4 corners. And now I'm going to attach the tape. Now it's time to start to fold the paper and attach this in this way. I will make with the bone folder all the score lines here in the spine and fold a little the cover to make it easier the work. Now I will continue to do it the same. Okay, now I'm going to cover the album, and I'm using the pattern papers from the milk collection that is featuring in the kit. I don't adhere this border that you see in the spine because I want to add a piece of lace in the front and on the back of the cover. You will see here I'm going to add also the liquid adhesive. I think it's I love to combine both the tape with the adhesive because it is fabric, and I'm going to place this like here, and with the bone folder I will start to fold this part here, and to help to attach I press a little this border, and I will, it takes like a few minutes. I was, you know, doing this part here just to be sure that it is correctly attached and that it is adhered to the spine. And you can see this is the final result. One thing that I'm going to do now is to cover inside. Okay, my camera turned off, sorry for that, and I already adhered this piece. I'm only adhered this to the spine, the interior, and this piece is 3" by I think it's 5/7/8, and I adhere, as you see, only the center. Other thing that I did here is that I used my sewing machine and make stitch along all the borders, all the edges of this album. Now I'm going to attach the rest of this piece to the sides, the cover and back covers of the album. I am trying to fold this piece well, because you don't want that this piece later is removed or something like that. So it's better if you make this part carefully. Now I cut 2 pieces to cover the insides. It is not attached yet. I just only put it here, as you see, because I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I want to cover the notebook, and I already cut these 2 pieces. I'm going to show you how I'm going to work the notebook, because I'm going to use this part as my pattern it is my pattern for all the pieces that I'm going to put inside this notebook. And I'm going to trace all these circles. I use my my hole punch here, and I'm going to make the perforations. And the reason that I will show you in this way, because I don't want to remove the spiral white here. If you like, you can. Now I'm covering the one part of the interior of the album, only one part, but I want to explain what I'm doing this way. I don't want to remove the spiral white, but if you like, you can do it. You can remove the spiral and then put all the pieces, and you can do it in your way. But my experience is I always made a mess. I don't know why. So that is the reason that I have this. I use this as a pattern, and let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make cards here, and this is the way that I prefer to do, and I'm going to cover the notebook in this way. As I told you, you can remove the wire, the spiral wire, and remove everything and put all back. I don't want to do that, so I prefer to do it in this way. I am using the liquid adhesive in the area of all this hole, because in that way it will attach better, I found. And the cover of the notebook is like plastic, it's not cardboard or anything like that, so I am carefully attaching this to the cover of the notebook. As you see, once it is completely dry, you don't notice the cuts. I'm use this from the lollipop to help to really attach these cuts between the wire here, the spiral. Okay, as you see, I'm going to remove this. I don't like this. This notebook has this shape that I don't like, so I am cutting this now, and it's flat. Now I'm going to do the same in the interior, and I'm going to cover, but first I'm going to distress the border. And now I'm going to attach this in the inside part of the cover of the notebook. And once it is, I'm going to do the same again. I am trying to align and that everything is nice, even. And here I'm using the bone folder to press, and you can see here it is ready and it looks good. Now later I'm going to do the same on the back, and this technique, the thing that you see with all the cuts, is what I'm going to do in the rest. Here is when I cut 4.5 by 5 7/8, one piece of this size and other piece of 2.5 by 5 7/8. It is to make like the cover of the other side of the notebook that you see. I let you the measurements down below. You can see here. These are the two pieces that I cut. Now I'm going to make score both pieces at 1/2 at 1 inch, only in one side of these pieces. 1/2 at 1 inch, and in the other piece I'm going to do the same in one side, 1/2, and score at 1 inch, and this is it. Now I'm going to fold these score lines well, and the other piece too. And I'm going to show you now what I'm going to do with these pieces. I want to place one here, as you see, and the other here to make like a cover, and one here and one here. Okay, now I'm going to cut, I'm using the pattern paper from the collection, and I'm cutting pieces to cover all these two pieces. I cut like 4 pieces, one on a less than a 1/2 inch, that is for the for this side, and the other part I'm going to place it here, but first I'm going to add a piece of magnet, one of the magnet. These are tiny, and I'm going to attach this here, and now I will cover this. Okay, and it is ready. Now I take one of the borders of the paper and I am attaching the other magnet here, as you see, and I fold it by half, and I am making like a strip here, a strip with the magnet inside, and you can see it will hold this piece. And now with the bond folder, I am pressing around the magnet, and I'm going to cut it and adhere it to the other side. Let me add a little of ink all the borders, and you can see. Now I secure this with a piece of adhesive, the tape, and it is ready. Now it's time to cover this piece too. I will line it here and attach, and it is ready now. Okay, once this is ready, I'm going to attach tape to the other border, the first score line that I made, the and a half. In that area is that you are going to attach the tape or the adhesive or the liquid adhesive. Be sure to not block the score line. And now I'm going to attach this. I am adding a little of liquid adhesive, and I'm going to attach this to the side of the cover. Okay, I am put this that the edges are even, and now I use the bond folder to press this piece and to secure this to the cover. And I'm going to do the same with the other piece. I'm going to attach this here. I am following the lines. Let me use the remove a little. That's the way that I prefer when I'm using tape. I prefer to use a little of liquid adhesive on top of the tape, because I have the like a few seconds to move the piece before it is, and you can see how cute. Okay, it is how it looks. Now I will start to work inside this, and I'm going to use the cards that comes in the kit from the same collection to make a waterfall. So I need to cut a piece of 3/7/8 by 10 inch, and I'm going to make scores at 2 1/4, 2 3/4, 3 1/4, 3 3/4, 4 1/4, and 4 3/4. And now I will start with the first score line that is at 2 1/4, and I will continue scoring every half inch until I get the 4 3/4. And now I am folding all the score lines in both directions. You need that this part of the score lines are smooth, so it will help the mechanism to work properly. Now I cut another piece of paper from the same measures that you see, that is the long part of the white cardstock, and here I cut a mat for each of these cards, and I'm going to start at here. I started in the 2 1/4 score line, and I attach above this score line. Okay, I am carefully attaching the rest, being careful to not block the scoring line. So I put it above each, and at the same time it's important that you align all these cards. It should be very nice even edge, all these pieces to work properly. And be careful with the adhesive, because you will notice that I mixed the adhesive in the second and the third card here, and they were always attached. I have a little of problem at the beginning, but I fix it later. And here is the piece. I am pressing all these pieces on the back. Now I'm going to attach this, that is the part that you will see from the front, and that this is the piece that you need to pull out to make the mechanism. I am cornered the edges, both corners and I continue folding all these lines well, because it needs to work properly later. Now I will make the mark in the center of this piece to put an eyelet, because I want to put twine here to pull this piece later. Okay, and it is ready. Now I am putting the twine, and this is the piece that you will see to pull out. Okay, this is a piece that you need. It is like 3/4 by 8, and I need to wrap this around all these pieces. I am now wrapping this just to make the fold in both sides here. Okay, and this is you need to attach this to the white piece that is behind of all these cards. And once you attach this to this piece, you need to put a little of glue here in the center on the back, and you will attach this part, the back of this line, to the cover. You will see. Only let me put tape. Okay, you will see only in this line is that you will attach this to the cover here. Okay, in that way. Let me put a little because it's not dry yet. Okay, it's working. Let's continue. Now I'm going to cover all the interiors of this part of the album. I'm going to place one strip here, the other here, and other things. Once you pull this, you see that are both has adhesive, but I will correct that later. Okay, this side I just cut. I make flip-flops. I cut three pieces by 3.5 by 6.5, and I score at 1.5 in each piece to attach this to this corner. Sorry, but my camera, I didn't notice that my camera was turned off, but it is simple. You can only attach one of the sides to the corner to make the flip-flops. Okay, and now I already cut the pattern paper to cover each of these sides. One here, one here, one here. Once it's closed, and let me show you that this part here, it has a score line at 1/8 inch, just to make this part that close better. Now I'm going to adhere all these pieces. Okay, this is the notebook, and I added a few pieces inside, but let me attach this to the back of the album. And I put enough adhesive, because this is like plastic and you will need to write in this area here, so I need to secure this. And once I attach this, it takes me a little, because I want to put a very aligned with the rest of the things, so it takes me a little, but it's okay. I will use the bond folder to press this area and to push this between the wire here, and I'm going to use some tapes, some clips, to let this dry a little. I will let this like 15 minutes. I let it, and I'm continue making pressing this. Now I will, once it's after 15 minutes, I'm going now to adhere the other cover here to make the finishing here that looks lovely. Now I make a bow. This is the way that it will close, and I'm going to decorate the cover of the album. You can see here how it looks from the sides. Okay, I already made the decoration. I didn't show you the complete process because I don't want the video will be to 1 hour. I avoid that part, but you can see here I use the chipboard from the kit, the ephemera packaging. I cut out some butterflies, and to give texture, look all the stitches. I love the finishing with the stitches, and I also add some glass bead and pearls. Well, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this video tutorial, and if you like it, please bring me a thumbs up and share this video with any friend that you maybe are interested in a project like this one. And I'm going to let you all the photos in my blog so you can go and see carefully all the details. Also, in the description box are the links to the kit, my social media, and I come back soon with a new video tutorial. I'm going to let you hear 2 more videos that maybe you are interested. I hope that you find some inspiration in them too, and I come back soon. See you soon. Nos vemos. Bye bye.